In 2016, the quiet bedroom community of Santa Clara, Utah, served as a peaceful place to reside and raise a family for those working in the nearby city of St. George. And in 2016, that's exactly what 30-year-old David Heisler was doing, raising his 6-year-old daughter and focusing on the future after an acrimonious separation from his ex-girlfriend and the mother of his child. But a judge's order granting Heisler full custody of his beloved daughter would prove to be deadly.
I think the case really brought attention based on just the horrific nature of it and the fact that there was an 8-year-old child that was basically now left without parents. And at the end of the case, the child actually testified in court against her parent, who was the cause, as the court showed. And that really brought home, I think, the reality of the ugliness of what happened in this case.
Furious from the loss of parental rights, Heisler's ex-girlfriend, Kelly Marie Perry, devised a sinister plan to take care of her ex once and for all. With the help of 2 accomplices, Heisler was kidnapped from his Santa Clara home, driven deep into the Arizona desert, and abandoned and left for dead. It would take 7 weeks before his decomposing body would be found, creating insatiable media intrigue and a challenging crime scene for investigators.
In this case, there were so many files that were deleted. There was such a gap in information. The digital evidence, what we uncovered, really was that tie between the case itself, what the police had, and what they needed to prosecute the case.
Enter Mark Spooner and his team at the Digital Forensics Lab at Utah Tech University. By combing through an electronic device recovered at the scene, their work helped ultimately convict Heisler's abductors and bring justice to this disturbing case. Their lab, with their highly specialized talent using cutting-edge technology, is becoming a more common collaborator with law enforcement agencies in both Utah and beyond.
My name is Mark Spooner. I'm the director of the Digital Forensics Crime Lab at Utah Tech University. The Crime Lab offers digital forensic services to law enforcement communities throughout the country to examine and gather evidence off of any digital devices that are brought to us.
I've been involved with evidence and law enforcement for 8 years now. It seems like every case now, whether it be a drug case, an assault case, anything like that, there's a phone or a digital component of it. As departments, we can't handle that on our own. We're able to, solve crimes, figure things out a lot quicker with the help of the Utah Tech Lab. If we don't have them, it would take months, years to get all that stuff and finally get through it.
When I worked in investigations with the internet crimes against children, obviously time is very essential and vital to these investigations. There could be somebody that needs us to find information quickly. Everything we deal with now has some digital component to it that requires speed, it requires accuracy, and it's vital to be able to build a strong case.
The Digital Forensic Crime Lab, I see it as having 2 missions. Our primary mission is obviously providing the forensic services to law enforcement. And the second mission is to provide opportunities to our students to experience real-world opportunities, environments, research that they would not get in a typical academic environment.
I think most of what this lab has done is lots of connections. There's a lot of people here that have had a lot of firsthand experience in each of their fields. There's a lot of diversity too, just in the criminal justice field right here. Career-wise, I wasn't sure exactly where I wanted to go. I just knew this is the field I wanted to have. So once I learned about the forensic side and criminology side of things, that was the most interesting for me. This lab has kind of given me my first step towards all of that.
The Digital Forensics Crime Lab awarded me an opportunity to do a ride-along with the Henderson Police Department. I think a lot of people don't know what gets put into being a police officer, and for me it definitely piqued my interest knowing everything that you have to learn and everything that you have to do through your shift. I feel like these experiences will set me up very well because in order to understand what you're going to have to do, I feel like you need some kind of background looking into it, and I feel like for a lot of people, especially students my age, we don't know what path we're supposed to go on. So having somebody that's able to guide you and show you all of the different aspects of what you want to do, I feel like is very helpful and can really set you up for success.
Being a part-time employee for the lab, I'm able to bring some real-world law enforcement experience, and so they can speak with me, ask questions with me, and I can help them understand the law enforcement community and the cases you handle and kind of the roles once you're in an actual department.
A perfect example is our Interpol collaboration. They have an innovation center at their world headquarters in Singapore, and we were able to bring students to that. And coming out of that trip, one of our Utah Tech students did her senior research project, and it was all on 3D scanning, crime scene scanning, and that came out of genuine need that Interpol had. That really put this student just head and shoulders above everyone else. We've had several of our interns go on to federal law enforcement. We've had other students go into local police departments, the cybersecurity world, working on policing networks, other areas of forensics, like forensic psychology, forensic anthropology, based on their initial work they've done here and the interest they've been able to grow within the lab. We are in a position here as a university lab, but also as an independent lab, to really provide the services that police departments are really in need of. And we're growing our capabilities here to include a startup for automobile forensics, audio and video forensics, to provide those services in a very, very timely and cost-effective manner. It's a lab for all, as from the law enforcement community.